he should be paying more than $1,000 a month in
like
child
I said,
support.
He has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
He's spending a
Quite
lot of money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over here all in his business.
I'm not trying to be in
And
his
he doesn't
business.
even work
You
there.
are trying to be in his business because you have mentioned it twice that he has other women. His other women has nothing to do with this case. So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and
does.
stop bringing that up. It has nothing to do with it. Well, let me say it like this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay?
Today, we're diving into a tense child support battle. The father is already giving $1,000 per month and paying for health insurance, yet the ex-wife demands more, citing jealousy over his new girlfriend and how he tricks money on other women. Right away, we see how personal feelings can blur what's truly in the best interest of the kids. Let's check out this next comment.
As long as he's paying child support and looking after the kids, why is it any of her business what or who he spends his money on? They not together anymore.
That sums up a major point of frustration for many men. Once you're separated, your ex has limited say in how you spend your discretionary funds as long as you're meeting your child support obligations. If you're paying on time, providing health care, and actively co-parenting, the extra details shouldn't matter. Let's keep going.
Let me just make sure I got this straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support, correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday?
Yes.
Which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
That's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is health insurance?
It's roughly $309 a month. She asked me a question.
But she's still talking to me, though.
Okay. I did ask him a question.
Okay.
So, everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
He has money. He's spending on other women.
That wasn't my question. Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on?
I want to put him on.
You want to put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more, yes.
Okay, let me move over to, well, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money you make?
I make about $60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does. He pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing it.
You're right, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe $82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
Now, help me make sense of this. You give her $1,000 a month for the children. You pay health insurance. You all have a split schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing something. Like, what is the issue? Why are we here? Because I would think that you bring someone to child support court if they're not doing something. I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So what it is, Your Honor,
he's spending money on.
she never lets me talk. So
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
what it is, Your Honor, she's she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating, so now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very mad.
conflict.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now,
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend?
No, man.
Here, the judge realizes the case isn't really about child support. It's about bitterness over his new relationship. Men watching, take note. Your ex's resentment can lead to court if she feels overshadowed or replaced. Let's see another viewer perspective.
Some women are truly lucky. At least he pays and has his children. The father of my child just up and left me to it. I just struggled on my own and paid for everything.
This commenter reminds us that plenty of moms get no help at all. Here, the father's not only paying, but also caring for the kids half the time. If you're blessed with a co-parent who shoulders a fair share, it's worth acknowledging, even if there's relationship baggage.
You're asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my house
clothing.
today.
Excuse me, Mr.
Please, you
Henry,
bring the
excuse me.
kids
Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute. Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500
Wow.
and he's going to pay
Judge.
$500 directly to the school.
That's not.
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you had.
And you're going to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now,
Thank
if you decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you know, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or even continue paying $1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
Fair.
That is fair.
That's not fair.
The judge cuts to the heart of it. No more random demands. A 50-50 split on tuition aligns with how they split physical custody. Sometimes the simplest arrangement is the fairest. Let's read more reactions.
I love how it's called child support, yet parents use it on themselves and not on the kids. As a child of divorced parents, my mother would ask for more money and we'd never see it spent on us. I went through a lot with my child's father. So my outlook was, it's always the men until my son grew to be a man. And I never knew how vicious females could be till my son brought one home. Men, I'm sorry.
It's eye-opening to see how these experiences shape perspectives. One person witnessed a parent misusing child support. Another realized that blame isn't always one-sided. The lesson here, keep finances transparent and child-focused. Anything else can breed resentment. Now let's transition to a shocking second scenario.
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is in the child's life.
Okay, how old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old.
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard.
This father is basically raising a 2-year-old son alone. He wants the mother to contribute both financially and emotionally. Her excuse? She sleeps during the day. If you choose to bring a child into the world, shifting schedules can't be a blanket pass for parenting responsibilities. Here's the next comment.
I had 1 boy and 4 girls. I wanted another boy so bad that the last 3 girls I had, when I found out they were girls, I was disappointed. But guess what? I wouldn't want it any other way.
This comment highlights a healthy approach. Yes, sometimes parents hope for a certain gender, but once the child arrives, real love surpasses any preference. Meanwhile, the mother in this case is refusing to engage simply because she wanted a girl. That's heartbreaking.
So, because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom.
The judge is appalled. Honestly, many watchers are too. Parenthood is about accepting the child you have, not the fantasy you envisioned. Let's hear more user responses.
Wow, I do anything for my boy. Boys are so precious with their mommy. Yesterday I got a paper heart saying, "Mommy, you have a heart of gold." My father wanted boys and never really paid in full of child support. When I turned 18, they said, out of sight, out of mind.
These 2 comments reveal opposite experiences. One mother adores her son, while the other lived with a father who only cared about sons. The moral: don't reduce your kid to their gender. And if you step up financially, do it because you care, not because they happen to be a boy or a girl.
Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby because of the gender. So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility.
Here's a crucial lesson for men and really everyone. Child support obligations don't vanish based on who makes more. Parenting is a shared duty. If the roles were reversed, the father would be expected to pay. Let's look at one last comment.
This is literally what happened to me with my daughter. When he found out I was having a girl, he said he wanted nothing to do with her. She's 13 now and has only seen him 2 times.
That's devastating. Whether you're a father or a mother, refusing involvement simply because the child's gender doesn't match your dreams is incredibly harmful. Kids pick up on neglect, and it can leave emotional scars well into adulthood. At the end of the day, these 2 hearings highlight one major truth. Child support should be about the kids, not about jealousy, personal vendettas, or gender preferences. In the first case, the father's fulfilling his obligations and the ex-wife's fixated on who he's dating. In the second, the mother refuses to bond purely because the child isn't a girl. Both scenarios warn us to keep personal grievances out of parenting. Fellas, if you're stepping up, paying support, being involved, don't let bitterness derail you. Focus on your child's well-being and stand firm. Now, if you enjoyed this analysis or found it eye-opening, remember to like, drop a comment, and share with a friend who might need this reality check. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more straight talk on relationships and fatherhood. Thank you for watching.